So this is a delicious salmon rillettes recipe, which is just perfect for Christmas. I've got some salmon here which has been poached in a fish stock and a little bit of vermouth added, and a salmon steak here which has been poached until it's cooked but still nice and soft. It's going to be flaked through in a bowl with some butter, some dill, a little bit of cayenne for a little bit of heat, and in this little bowl I've got a reduction made from the stock and the vermouth to add that rich flavour. It's going to be garnished with some lemon and some dill as well. So the first thing I'm going to do in this bowl, I've got some softened butter which I'm going to add. And to the butter, I'm going to add the cayenne pepper and the dill. So chopped dill and cayenne. I'm just going to whip that around until it's quite soft and smooth. Now I'm going to add the sauce reduction, which has become quite viscous and thick. In that goes. So just bringing the butter, the dill, the cayenne, and the sauce reduction now together until it's quite smooth, because when I add the fish, I don't want to overwork the fish, so I can keep that nice texture. Okay. I'm going to start with the smoked salmon. I'll just put these in. And also the salmon steak. As I put the salmon in, I'm just going to check for bones and skin too, just to make sure there's none left. But it feels really good. No bones to surprise anyone. Okay, now just gently bringing that together with the butter and the fish. It looks great. Rillettes is actually a French word that describes a rough meat pâté. So I'm going to put this aside. I've got a smaller bowl which I'm going to line with cling film so that my pâté is easy to unmould once it's set. So first I'll just line it with this cling film and just tuck it really nicely down into the bowl. Okay, so given that we're going to invert this rillette, what I put down in the bottom of this bowl will be what happens to be on the top of the rillette once it's unmoulded. So I'm going to put some lemon and dill and some extra smoked salmon to make a nice garnish. I'll start with some dill, just some sprigs of dill here. And this is where you can get creative and have fun with it. So I'll just line my dill around in the bottom to make it nice and pretty. And then I'll put some lemon. This is just a nice thin slice. That goes next. And then finally, I've got one slice of smoked salmon that's going to go into the bottom. And just press that down so it's nice and neat. My rillettes then gets built in on top of that. I'm going to use a spatula. And just pack it in nice and carefully. Okay, so I'm just going to smooth down the top of the rillette, just to make that nice, and I'll pop this down and then finish off the moulding. This is just easily done by folding in the cling film over the surface of the rillette. Okay, so now it's off to the fridge. Okay, so my rillettes is now set, the butter's nice and firm, and now it's time to unmould it, which is really easy since I lined it with the cling film. I'm just going to pop a little plate inside here and then straight upside down. It's popped out really easily. Oh, fantastic, really pleased. And actually the cling film itself has given a nice texture around the outside of the rillette. So now I'm just going to serve this up. I'm really pleased with my rillette. The lemon and the dill looks really delicious. I'll be serving these with a few little toasts you can see here. Perfect to serve with Christmas drinks.